Going on, y'all? This is my poetry entry for the Poetry Slam for Legacy Disciple 2015. The piece is entitled Oh. Oh! It had been months leading up to this, many a night in apparent futile kneeling as if to find field that prevents the inevitable. Never. Now legible is the reading that the years of mental deterioration were now matched by the physical. I watched silently in that room as the convulsions violently racked her frail body. Death, limping along weakly, was any small consolation that words provided. I decided to be the observant. It's a funny cackle in the air that the passage of life to death has on those who are there. All those jokes exchanged and memories made seem to have disappeared, and faced is the inescapable stare. We knew this would happen, but the tears still lathered at the funeral and dropping of the casket that I have this same condition. Where was the place and height I could find to make this worth it? Maybe the generations my grandmother made gave hint. Were there enough sights, smells, and pleasure to bring any philanthropy assurance that this moment would decrease? Surely this could not be, but apparently this translated across all global geography. Is it not at this intersection we all find ourselves? Involuntarily coming to grips that we weren't meant to be here forever, although it sure feels like it. Exhilaration in the carefree minutes seem to whisper different. Deep down, upward thinking surfaces that we did live forever. And live we did. But how long is forever? And is it scientific, religious, or miscellaneous? These questions seem unresolved and distant unless your very own, the whole person, is mentioned. This is precisely where I crossed roads. Across roads I measured the difference from the previous depiction. See, Grandmother Sarah possessed all the character and potential for man's definition of good, but she within herself was insufficient for true repentance. This doesn't mean that I ever forget the sting had met itself in full capacity, when my voice echoed the lament of relatives at the eulogy message. But it wasn't until years later I learned what is the meaning of risen. Transplanted, I felt the weight as if gripping the hands of Mary, peering into those eyes, looking on the summation of innocence. Her intimate relation with him and those others onlooking, present but distant. This same humorous cackle in those seconds split not only tension, but centuries of division. Hostility and bitterness, along with this common enemy, met one of the three. It is finished. But not simply this, for many have lived with rather good intentions, plenty more dying with them. The conviction was sealed as the one that entombed him broke to show he is risen. Oh, it had been death, limping along weakly. Where was the place? Is it not at your very own the sting had met itself? Oh, death, where is your sting? Oh, death, where is your sting? It's